By the end of this video, you'll be able to, firstly, use Enrollment Summary to quickly list all of the females or males in a specific grade. And secondly, print a list of the selected students. Here's the situation. You're the administrative assistant at Large High School. It's almost the end of lunch hour. Mrs. Swift, the physical education teacher, is interested in starting a noon-hour yoga program for girls in grade 9. She'd like to invite girls who could use yoga as a means to help manage stress. She's wondering if you could bring up all of the girls in grade 9 in Power School and print off a list. She'll then visit each of the grade 9 homeroom teachers to invite their input on girls who could benefit from this new program. You glance at the time on the computer and see that there's only 3 minutes left of the lunch hour. What's the quickest way to generate a list of students of a certain gender in a specific grade and to then print off a list for Mrs. Swift? From the IPT session, you recall the facilitator recommending the Enrollment Summary function for searches involving gender and grade. The screen looks different than what you remember. Oh, that's right. You need to switch the view from federal ethnicity and race to enrollment. There, that looks better. Better double check the other fields too. Students, all active enrollments. Yes, that's right. And today's date. Okay. It's easy to see why the facilitator suggested Enrollment Summary for this type of task. The table is divided into rows with data for each grade in the school. Large High School goes from grade 9 through 12. When you scan across the 9th grade row, you hear the facilitator's voice explaining that the number on top represents the total number of students in grade 9. The number in blue represents the number of males, and the number in pink, the number of females. So you click on the number in pink. And voila! You have the list of females in grade 9. Wow, you've just completed part 1 of your task in less than a minute. Now that you've generated a list of 9th grade females, you need to print off a hard copy for Mrs. Swift. You click Make Students Current Selection. Under Group Functions, you scan down the categories. Attendance, enrollment, export. Export, that sounds right. In the context of trade, you know that export means to send something from your country to a different country. In this case, you want to export or send the student list from your computer to the office printer. Under Export, List Students immediately catches your eye. And the description confirms your decision. Prints a quick list of currently selected students. Perfect. With only 1 minute to go to the end of noon hour, the adjective quick sounds good to you. You scan the screen. Looks like Power School wants you to, firstly, type in a report title. Well, that's easy enough. Let's go with Grade 9 Girls Yoga Group. For the columns of information, Mrs. Swift agrees that, in addition to the students' last and first names, their homeroom number would be helpful so that she can visit each of their teachers. You click Fields in blue. In the filter field, you begin to type in homeroom. There it is, field 75. Now you need to add student's last name. You type last, and see that Power School has a field entitled Last First. Before you forget, you complete the column title fields. Because time is dwindling, you decide to take a chance on the default formatting and skip right down to specify how the homeroom numbers and student last names will be sorted. Mrs. Swift is planning to visit each grade 9 homeroom teacher, so you decide to first sort by homeroom in ascending order. By adding last first field in ascending order, PowerSchool will then alphabetize the names of the girls in each of the homerooms. With only seconds to spare, you click Submit and breathe a mental sigh of relief when you see that the list looks as expected. With a flourish, you click the printer icon in the upper right. Mrs. Swift scoops up the list from the printer, thanking you profusely for your help and praising you for your PowerSchool prowess. Congratulations! You've successfully used Enrollment Summary to print a list of grade 9 girls for Mrs. Swift.